Today's proceedings, we have been discussing the past papers, and also I just want to remind you, IBSL has taken steps to have some revision sessions for all. So I request you to join that as well. So on investment banking, we'll be starting not tomorrow, but the week after. So basically, then the 8th of, yeah, I think it's 8th, right, of November, 8 to 10 in the evening. And Tuesday also we have 8 to 10. Then we have another two sessions during the weekend, the morning session. Now, Monday, Tuesday will be evening sessions. So the weekend session would be on Saturday and Sunday. So I request you to join that as well, right? And so we will start today's proceeding. I just wanted to take some questions with you all. So I thought of doing some questions. That is the financial market operation paper. Now, financial market operation paper is also very much similar to your investment banking subject. So basically, some questions examiner has picked from investment this financial market operation paper as well. So then I thought of doing some questions with you all. If you have this question paper with you, that is 2017 March. Uh, 2017 March paper. Question number 4. Question number 4. 2017 March financial market operation paper. So basically, if you see the new paper also, the latest paper, only the latest paper they have uploaded, I'll be taking a new paper with revision sessions. Okay, the 2017 March paper. I will show it to you. Downloading it. 2017 March question number 4. Right, government security. This is the one. Now you can see this, right? This is 2000. This is the 2017 March financial market operation. Not investment banking, but now you can see. Now you just look at the paper. How much relevant to you? It is basically 75% relevant to you. Basically, your syllabus content also repeated here as well. Not in same extent, but in different forms, different strength. Right? Right. Now this is question number 4. Now see, corporate question number 4. Corporate 2017 March. This one. A government security is a bond issue. A government security is a bond issued by a government authority with the promise of repayment on maturity. Government securities are such savings bonds, treasury bills, and notes also promise periodic coupon or interest payment. Now, if you see, look at this question. Examiner says government securities such as savings bonds. Have you heard this before during our discussion? No. Now these terms are basically used in foreign exams. Now if you see notes, here we are saying the treasury bonds. The US says notes. Basically this exam question has taken from foreign exams. Has been not localized too, right? So we have not heard anything about savings bond. Have you heard savings bond issued by the government of Sri Lanka? No. And here they are not talking about the government of Sri Lanka, but we are actually answering this paper here in Sri Lanka only, right? So actually, at least someone should localize this. Now the government is basically the Sri Lankan government. So if you analyze whatever the instrument, if you take whatever the instrument, it has to be issued by the government of Sri Lanka only. Right? This is a common question. No, this is not a common question. This is basically confined to Sri Lanka only. Okay? The view only. Right? Government securities such as basically now here government securities is if somebody says government securities suddenly so the advance we are getting treasury bills, treasury bonds, right? Those are two rupee denominated. If it is dollar denominated, SLDB, it is issued by the local. But if you remember, we discussed ISB. ISB also issued by the government of Sri Lanka, International Sovereign Bonds. But those are not locally issued. Huh? That's the difference. Offshore. Offshore. Starting Ihari they are issuing that. But SLDB within country of Sri Lanka. But foreigners can invest. That's a different issue. But they are issuing in itself in the country. Sorry, that's the difference between ISB and SLDB. Both are dollar denominated, but the territory of issuers is different. Periodic coupon or interest payment. As we know, if we have treasury bonds, then there will be a coupon interest, 6-month coupon interest in Sri Lanka. Treasury bond, treasury bill, we don't have coupon interest. It's a discounted instrument, always trading at a discount, always purchasing at a discount, not at par, not at premium. It's always what's the instrument? Treasury bills. Okay. Commercial papers also discounted instruments, right? These securities are considered low risk. Why? We have learned the instruments issued by governments are risk free. Which risk is free? Default risk, credit risk, counterparty risk is free. But other risks are there. We have learned that. Since they are backed by the taxing power of the government. So the government has anyway now. Now here any government issues instrument out of their own currency. So, now US issue whatever the instrument in the form of in dollar form. So that's it. They can print whatever the money they want to pay. If you say if you take England, any instrument issued in GBP, so that's it. So when the maturity comes, they can, if they don't have money, they can print and settle it. But if we issue it, these things, now you all can see that, right? So you all hear me, right?
Yes, sir. We can.
Okay.
Yes, yes, sir, yes.
Thank you. Now, so basically we are discussing. So basically we say any instrument issued by the particular government in their own country, the currency, there is no risk. So basically they are not settling whatever the instrument by printing money. If the worst case comes, they can print money as well. So there is no risk. That's why we are saying government instruments are risk free. Right. So what is when now see now this type of question now general the pattern is this now this 2017 March question, right? There was a question, same question paper repeated in a different formats, right? So basically there will be a question on this as well, very similar to this. Sometimes there was a similar question, I'll show it to you. Same question was repeated in your exam as well, in the back exam as well. Now what is meant by yield to maturity of government security? So we have learned that. So what do you mean by now it is 5 mark question. Yield to maturity. So remember that when we are doing the treasury bonds, we discussed coupon rate, yield to maturity, dirty price, clean price. Now examiner has not tested anything about so far from 2014 September now on dirty price and clean price. So there is a high chance of testing that as well. People are now discussing on treasury bonds. So the yield to maturity is what? So now, is it the same thing, coupon and the yield to maturity? No, two different. It can be same, the figure wise. Yield to maturity at 10% and coupon at 10% and but two different meanings. Amount that the rate percentage can be the same. That's a different issue. But yield to maturity is what? The market trading rate. So what do you mean by the coupon? Coupon is when the instrument is issued, even treasury bond, even debenture. When you're issuing, at the time of issuing, you are telling the investor, look here, we are issuing this instrument, you will be paid semi-annually. If it is treasury bond, only semi-annually, but debenture, different period. This much we will be paying you. So that is coupon. But when the instrument is issued, if the listed instrument, debenture, treasury bonds are not listed, no? But there is a readily available market. There are two types. There are two types of market we discuss for treasury bill, treasury bonds to trade. One is online. Bloomberg has provided online platform to trade government securities, and the other method is through brokers. That is legitimate. Money market, money brokers. We are telling them money brokers. So the money brokers and the share market brokers are two different. Money brokers are regulated by Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Share market, the share brokers are regulated by SEC. එකම පුද්ගලයාට දෙකම කරන්න පුළුවන් but two regulators are looking after it. We are calling government security කට්ටියට money brokers. So these share market කට්ටියට අපි කියනවා share brokers, right? Two different. Now when the instrument is issued, now these instruments freely tradable. Treasury bill, if you are putting it for now, you purchase 3 months treasury bill, but you need money after 1 month time, can you sell? Yes, you can sell. So if you want to sell, there should be a market. Market in the sense, there should be a people who willing to buy. That is a market. How do you find the market? One thing is through brokers, one thing is through online platform. So who can be traded this primary government treasury bill treasury bond primary dealers only. Now say now I am purchasing treasury bill from the secondary market. What do you mean by that? So the primary market is what? In terms of government securities, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka and the primary dealer. Now, if I want to invest in treasury bill, I'm going to meet one of these 10 primary dealers and purchase. Now, say I need to sell. I have purchased this from the secondary market. What is my option? I can't tell one of these brokers, oh, I don't have online system. I don't have. I'm individual. So how can I sell? My only option is to give it back to the seller. My only option is give it back to the seller. Now, uh, equity is a primary dealer. I have purchased treasury bill from equity. I need to sell this 3 months treasury bill or market reverse. I need money. I want to sell. What can I do? I don't know who are the money brokers. Who are the money brokers? I don't know. So then my option is what? I'm meeting equity and I'm telling them I need to sell back. Equity is buying back anyway at a loss. Basically, you will have to sell at a loss. That's a different issue, right? Minimum loss. So they will be purchasing this particular treasury bill at a, I have purchased at 10%. Example. I have invested 3 months treasury bill at 10%. Example. 3 months. Now 1 month gone. I need to sell. Now I'm going to meet the equity manager. Equity manager, like, I need to sell this. Mom made that 10% of the purchase yield. So I need to sell. I need money. So the equity manager says, okay, we will purchase it. We will buy back it, discount. That's the word. Remember in the notes, it's available, right? Pre-discounting and discount. So basically, I need to discount. That's the technical word. So then he checks the market, equity broker. This particular 3 months treasury bill is going at, we say, going at 11%. Going at 11%. How much? What's the price you have to purchase? Percentage 10%. So the equity partner says market is going at, he won't say like this, but scenario he will say market is going at 11 o'clock, 11%, 11%. We will purchase your treasury bill at 11%. Who says? Equity, primary dealer, which was the seller. So I say, okay, but I have purchased at 10%. I know that I have learned this relationship. I know that if I have purchased 10%, now I'm selling at 11%, so I know I am making a loss. Why? Yield goes up, price should come down. Below you, purchase price. You need to incur capital loss, right? 10% purchase yield. Now you are going to sell at 11%, so the yield goes up, meaning price comes down. Now making loss. එතකොට මම කියනවා මම මේක දන්නවා රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එක මේක බයිද මට පොඩ්ඩක් 10ට වඩා අඩුවෙන් විකුණන්න. Then you are comfortable, right? Now this guy knows. What does the equity say? No, we can't. So we can't. So we will be basically purchasing at 11% only. Now tell me, why equity has taken this decision? Is it basically market is going at 11%? Is it because of market is going at 11%? Now, what happened when the equities purchase this particular treasury bond? Now, it has already sold. Now, we want to purchase. So, equity has to give money to the investor. So, equity is salary to investor. Bila equity. So, equity's money is going to be invested. Now, mama salary dena kiyala kiyanne mama invest karana kiyala wage. So, mama equity invest karana kiyada meka 11% වලට. So, equity is satisfied. If the equity's cost of fund is satisfied with 11%, එයා සල්ලි මේක හොයලා මේක ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරන මේ සල්ලි earn කරේ අපි කියමු 6% වලට. So now he's selling, now he's investing his money He's giving his money. He's giving his money. The cost of funds is 6%. Now he's investing his money at 11%. He's better off. Now two types. One thing is market is going at 11%. The other one is so his money will be the equities money will be investing at 11%. So both the things can be satisfied. Now see, I have purchased this. I'm the seller, right? I need to discount it. I have purchased this at 10%. So the market is going at 9%. මම දන්න මම කායින් හරි කොහෙන් හරි මගේ යාළුවෙක් ඉන්නවා ෆයිල් බිලකනේ මම අහගෙන යනවා දැන් ආවට ෂෙයාර් බිලට දැන් ගෙවන්නේ 9% වලට ඔයාලට ඕක විකුණ ගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා එයා මට කියනවා. So I'm going to meet activity. I'm telling them I need to discount this, I need to sell this prematurely. What price you are taking? Actually says the market, true that it's 9% going in. So I'm also satisfied. Why? I have purchased 10%, now I can sell at 9%, I'm getting what? Capital gain. Now I got so when the yield comes down, price should go up. So more than the purchase rupee price, I can sell. So I'm satisfied. So actually when it is, we will be purchasing this. We will be taking your treasury bill at 12%. So I'm surprised. Why this treasury bill is going at 9% in the market? So equity case, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So if you want to sell, we will purchase your treasury bill at 11% or 12%. Purchase 12%. Purchase yield how much? 10%. You have purchased at 10%. Now market is going at how much? 9%. Now equity is going to discount this. Equity is going to repurchase this particular instrument at 12%. Can you say no? I won't. That is your decision. I need money, then I will be actually compelling to sell at 12%. So why equity says 12%? The same scenario I have explained to you. Equity is a company. Motive is to make profits. So if equity invest their money at 11% by investing or by purchasing a treasury bond, now what happens? So the transaction is settled whatever the loss is glad to bear. Now what happens? Equity has given money. Now the equity has treasury bill. Now equity has purchased. Now see the words. Equity has purchased. Equity has invested this treasury bill. New treasury bill comes. So then we are checking today. We have purchased this particular treasury bill at 12%. Very good return. So my money, equity's money, is investing at 12%. Very good. I have cost of fund, whereas I have cost of fund 6%. That's fine. Now, Nikamud again, Pahumedal take the market. I don't want to keep this treasury bill anymore. My motive is also to make profit capital gain. I'm checking the market to sell this with the intention of selling this. So to the market, market is going at 9. What do I do? If I want, I can sell this. Equity can sell this. 12% purchase yield, now selling at 9%. Is making profit or loss? Making profits. When the yield comes down, price will go up. So the equity is making capital gain. How did the investor? I made a loss. So who has the power then? Buyer has the power. Absolutely correct, right? So I need to sell. I need to prematurely. So I'll have to bear any losses. So basically, when I purchase this treasury bill, I have purchased with the intention of to hold it till maturity, 3 months. Now I have taken decision to sell. My own decision. So I have to bear whatever the cost. So equity is making profit by selling. If they want, they can sell it. Otherwise, if he thinks that okay, my money is invested at 12% now, very good return, then he can hold it until it gets matured. So these are the scenarios examiner can test you. So the one particular scenario has different sub scenario as well. So the examiner can, but if you know the basic, You won't go wrong. Basic. Basic is what? The relationship. The relationship. Right. So basically the market rate, the market rate is yield to maturity. So the coupon rate is whereas the embedded option when you're at the time of issuance, yield to maturity. So what is the main difference between floating rate bond and fixed rate bond? Now have you seen treasury bonds are not issued at floating. Treasury bonds. Treasury bonds are always at fixed. So which kind of bonds this examiner talks about? Now remember private institutions we discussed, they are issuing debentures. So the private institutions issued debenture can be at floating, can be at fixed, other than the government. Government's treasury bonds are anyway at fixed, huh? Sri Lankan government, anyway at fixed. They don't issue floating. SLDBs, yes, huh? SLDB fixed and floating. Now, recent past we have not seen floating, but yes, SLDB fixed and floating. So if it is SLDB, they are issuing floating. What is the reference rate? LIBOR plus whatever the margin. LIBOR is the reference rate. Now, when your bank issuing debenture floating rate, so what is the reference rate there? Generally, they take 6 month treasury bill. If it is 6 month coupon, if it is 1 year coupon, then 1 year treasury bill. Right? They can generally, but I have seen HDFC once they have taken AWPLR plus, but I don't know why AWPLR plus AWPLR. Because we are actually using AWPLR for the lending fund. Right? So generally we take treasury bill plus whatever the margin you decide. That's the reference rate. If it is floating. Okay. So difference between floating rate, floating bond. Now here the bond. Now the primary, the private sector can issue bonds, right? Which bonds? They corporate bonds. Corporate bonds they can issue. Very similar to what? Debenture. Debenture and the corporate bonds are no different. Who issues? Other than the government. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් බැංකු ඉෂුව කරනකොට අපි කියනවා ඩිබෙන්චර්. අනිත් ප්‍රයිවට් කාර්ය ඉෂුව කරනකොට අපි කියනවා ඩිබෙන්චර්. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ගොඩක් අය පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැහැ corporate bond කියන වචනේ. But corporate bonds are issued by the other than government. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of investing in floating rate? Is a very target question. Right? So what are the advantages by issuing treasury now? Now, depending on the present scenario, now always, now remember when you answer the question, you have to identify the present scenario. Now, this question, if we discuss this question 2 months ago, we are discussing in a different format. The 2 months time, 2 months ago, we have a low regime of interest rate. Now we are decreasing trend of interest rate. I'm sorry, increasing trend of interest rate. If you see the yield curve, increasing trend, right? Now, depending on the present situation, how do you answer this question? What are the advantages and disadvantages of investing in floating rate bonds? Now, whose side we have to answer? Investor side, not the issuer side. What are the advantages and disadvantages of investing in floating rate? So you think that I have money, I need to invest in floating rate. So why I invest in floating rate? That's the answer. These are the things that I'm asking. So when the interest rate at the rising level or the increasing level, you can earn a lot. You pay 6 month treasury bill, after 6 month time, again the rate reset. So then you can have the next 6 months higher interest rate. Higher interest rate. Right? So basically, we can have that. Generally, why people are issuing floating rate instruments? They need to take maximum interest rate increase. They need to take maximum interest rate increase benefit. Now, anybody who now see now remember that now these days, when you're speaking to your bank portfolio, lending portfolio, nobody will purchase, nobody will accept uh, fixed rate interest rate bank side. So they actually wanted to give what? They wanted to give a floating rate. Why? Why? Interest rate is going up. So when the interest rate is going up, you believe the AWP, when the interest rate goes up, AWP rate also goes up. Right? So those are the things related to your bank portfolio, right? So what are the advantages and what is the advantage? Advantage is when the interest rate goes up, like for some scenario, you can earn higher yield. So the disadvantage is the interest rate comes down. So there will be a disadvantage. You will be losing it. Right? Other than that, everything is similar. So the risk wise, everything is examiner has not mentioned this is government security or private. So they have so we now see now in this particular question now this bonds now basically he is not mentioning our treasury bonds. Now this is bonds. We say corporate bonds or a debenture. Now how do you take the decision whether you investing in this particular bond or not? Investment decision, how do you take it? Should I invest in this particular one? Should I not invest? How do you rating? Remember that is also important, right? So how do you decide to so your decision to invest or not is basically based on the rating agency's credit rating. These instruments, private debenture instruments, are also rated. Otherwise, you can read the prospect. Prospect is available, debenture. Otherwise, if it is a public floating, right? Private placement, and you're not worried. Private placement is a very casually you are talking to these people. There is no issuance of prospectus. Just privately talk an issue. But if it's a privately issued debenture, public issue debenture, then you have to print prospectus. Prospectus contains everything. Or otherwise, uh, basically then the rating agency decision is pretty important. So basically higher rating, invest like that, right? So those are the things you have to consider while investing. Now day before yesterday, Modi downgraded Sri Lanka further. Right? CAA2, it was CAA1. So the impact same we have discussed by downgrading of a country. So we are under tremendous pressure. So basically, I think Moody has downgraded, so other two agencies will follow. Will follow this Moody's downgrade, but the central bank has issued a statement that they are not in agreement with the downgrade. But anyway, they have downgrade. So what is the message? Now, say foreign investors, they don't know anything. So they are basically looking at the rating, country rating. So if the country rating has deteriorating, they won't invest like you. Depends, there is a lower rate of rating, then you don't invest. Costa Rica, you don't invest. Now the rating has given a third party opinion that this much of these people are at risk. So who will invest? Similar country is downgraded, so the foreigners will not come and invest. They have been not investing in Sri Lanka due to the pandemic or whatever the other reasons, but it will further aggravate it. Right? So those are the advantages. So when the interest rate is going up, you can have it. When the interest comes down, there is a disadvantages. Right? So what is the impact that a yield curve could have from the country's monetary and fiscal policy? Now yield curve is when we have learned four types of yield curve. Remember? So the yield curve and the monetary fiscal policy. Now what happens monetary policy? Now monetary policy is basically uh, monetary policy means this two rates we discussed. Remember, repo, SBF and SLA. That is monetary policy, right? Basically, the changing the monetary policy means SBF rate and SLF rate. Recently, they have increased by 0.5%, 50 basis point. They have increased. So, what happened when the monetary policy, when the interest rate increased? all the instrument interest rates going up. All the interest rate instruments going up. So basically, impact is what? So you have to pay high interest. So the government now you can see treasury bill, the 3 months treasury bill, whereas we had 5%. Remember that the first lecture I have given you the advertisement. You go and see the uh, primary options treasury bill rate, the result sheet, and then just go and see central bank website present treasury bill rate. Now it has gone up by 3%, like 5%. Now it is gone up now latest one 8.43 3 months treasury bill. Now whereas we discussed that 5% like that those days, remember it has gone up by after this policy rate increase. The same thing happened. Someone asked me the same thing. Now, when the policy rate increases, obviously the government securities interest rate going up. When the government security interest rate going up, what has to be done to your bank's fixed deposit also has to increase. Uh, some banks have increased their interest rate, but 3 months, no bank pays 8% to my knowledge, right, for FD. But the treasury bill is paying. So what happens? Then people will move from FD to treasury bill for the higher yield. There's no risk. You don't need any rating agency rating. Why? You are a Sri Lankan, you know, central bank, the government of Sri Lanka will never default their rupee denominated instrument. Even dollar denominated instrument also, we know that government, Sri Lanka government will never default. So we can invest freely without anything. But foreigners are not thinking like that. They are not living in this country. So we know that the government has never defaulted. They will never default it. Whatever the amount, whatever the way they will pay, they will honor it. So then people will definitely move into treasury bills from FD. Right? So so when the interest rate goes up, what happens is government security also should go up. So there will be an impact. Impact is what when the monetary, what is the impact that a yield curve could have from the country's monetary and fiscal policy. Now yield curve is what? Yield curve gives an interest rate, future interest rate behavior. Future interest rate. How do you draw this? You take treasury bill rates, you take treasury bond rates, then you draw it. So when the interest rate goes up, people will know that there will be a sudden increase in treasury bill. So basically, people will then invest their amount shorter tenor, right? Shorter tenor. Yeah, at the reprice, you can earn further. So there was a question, right? So the people will select now in this scenario. We are presently going at increasing trend of now. What is the investor should do? Go and invest short tenor. 3 months now 3 months now latest rate 3 months will weighted average 8.43. Previously 8.39 or something. Now see, if you have invested at 3 months treasury bill, now you can earn next 3 months. When the next 3 months comes, it will come to your account, the maturity. Then at higher rate, more than 8.39 you can invest 3 months after 3 months time. Why? Interest trend is what? Increase. Interest trend is what? Increase. So basically your advice. Okay, examiner can test you. What is your advice? Giving interest rate giving. So your advice should be invest shorter tenor, then after repricing, then you can have it. Okay. How can individual investor buy and sell government securities issued by government of Sri Lanka? That is, we know that, right? The individual we can't buy. Why? Primary dealers only can buy from primary. But remember, there was a exception that if you have more than 5 million rupees, you can ask one of primary dealers to participate at the auction at your rate, right? Otherwise, you will have to accept whatever the primary dealer uh, dictate rates, right? State whether an individual investor can buy government securities from auction, and if yes, how? Is the question. Can individual can buy? Yes. How? They don't. Directly they don't. Huh? Who can be participated at the auction? Private dealers only. But if you are giving more than 5 million, if you have 5 million rupees, you can ask. Here, directly and you can ask, can request private dealers to put your bid, my bid, onto the auction, right? So that's that, right? Now see the second next question. Corporate debt instrument is a proper electronic obligation that enables the issuing party to raise funds by promising to pay a lender in accordance with terms of contract. Types of debt instrument include notes, bonds, debentures, certificates, mortgage, leases, or other instruments. You can see this, right? Between a lender and a borrower. The instrument provides a way of marker. Now, this paper I have taken 2017 March, question number 5. Borrower, this instruments provide a way of market participants to easily transfer the ownership of debt obligations from one point. Now, briefly explain the main features of commercial paper. Now, commercial paper, examiner has not tested from your exam on commercial paper, right? Commercial paper is what? Money market instrument. Remember we have discussed. Short term. Commercial paper is what? सामान्य commercial paper issue करने short term में के मोनारी साली वागन लोग नाम companies they are issuing commercial. It's like promissory note. It's like promissory note. You agree to pay on the maturity after 1 year's time, whatever, by paying percentage of it. It's only a paper, nothing in it. The commercial paper, like promissory note. Very rare, but yeah, it's in the market. High rate, high risk. There is no security. So obviously, issuer charges. Issuer has to pay high interest. So the investor takes a risk by investing in this. If it is a very good, people will invest. They will. They don't before there is a lesser chance of default. The feature is like it's a money market instrument, discounted instrument, like treasury bills. Right? So the money market instrument is what basically it will finish it in money, short tenor. So when the money requirements arises, so the corporates will issue this, like very similar to promissory note. Briefly explain why a company would prefer to go for commercial paper instead of borrowing short-term loan. Hey, bank code and commercial paper issue plan. Yeah, very easy. So that when you want to purchase, when you want to borrow from a bank, then the bank is asking number of documents. That is one thing. And also the bank is asking a security as well. But here the commercial paper, no security. No security. So basically the easy to issue, less cost. Those are the only things. You can raise funds quickly. Got it? Rather than taking short-term loans. A bank issued, question number 3, a bank issued 2 commercial papers worth of about 15 million for 3 months and 10 million for 9 months with the interest rate of 12.5 and 15% respectively, right? 50% respectively. assume that there are no taxes, calculate the amount of fixed money market amount of money that the bank would receive by issuing these CPs. Now, generally, we have not seen banks are issuing CPs. We have not seen, but the examiner has given you commercial papers issued by banks. Now, I'll show it to you since this is important. I'll show you how to do this. Now, the first one is bank has issued two commercial papers worth of 15 million for 3 months. So one is 15 million for 3 months. Then you have 10 million. Then you have 10 million for 9 months. 9 months with the interest rate of 12.5%. The earlier one 12.5%. 12.5%. The other one is 15% respectively. Yeah? 15%. But really, I'm assuming that there is no tax. So how do you do this? The discounted instrument, right? So basically, first you calculate what is the interest rate here. What is the interest rate here? Now, what you can do is easy method is there. 10 million into 3 divided by 12 into 12.5%. This is how you do this. This is the interest portion you are getting. Whatever the interest portion you are getting. Now, what I want to show it to you, not the calculation. Now, the 10 million again, 10 million, 50, sorry, 15 masa tunai 3 months at 12.5%. Similarly, you can find out the other one as well. Here, you can have 10 million, sorry, 10 million, 9 months, and you have a percentage of 15%. Then you have the interest, whatever the interest you have here, then you deduct this interest from 15 million. Here you get answer whatever the interest, you deduct this portion from this 10 million. So that is your amount you can trade. So what I want to tell you is, now remember that we did the treasury bill calculation. Treasury bill calculation. Same thing. Can you remember that? Same thing. Now very similar. Now what did we do in the treasury bill calculation? 100 divided by, now what is the formula? The nominal value divided by 1 plus R D divided by total 364. Okay, remember treasury bill formula, right? 100 divided by 100 divided by, how do you do this? 100 divided by, take it, 1 plus r. Then you have what? E divided by 364. अगर आपने फॉर्मूला है इसके पर can have this. Without formula. 100 divided by 1 plus r, d divided by 364. Now here examiner is giving you number of months. So then my request is not to convert this month into days with respect of commercial papers. You get the same answer, but there will be a slight difference. Obviously, right? Now 3 months. Who says that all 3 months has 30 days? We don't know. There are months, number of days have 31. So if the examiner gives you in terms of months, take month as it is for this calculation. Now sometimes the examiner can give you months for this treasury bill calculation as well. Then you will have to take it number of days anyway. Here there is no months to take in terms of treasury bills. But if it is treasury commercial paper calculation, you take whatever the given criteria. Right? Why we are not taking months here? Because we will have to divide anyway by 364. 364. You got it? If it is 3 months, definitely they will say 91. If it is 6 months, definitely it has to be 182. If it is 1 year, definitely it has to be 364. But treasury bonds, 365 and actual. You have to divide by 365, but number of days has to be actual. Remember that when we calculate the dirty price from the last coupon to settlement date, we took, if it is January 31, if it is February, this year February now, 29 or 28, April and 30, May and 31, like that. Exact number of days is required for you to calculate dirty price. Then actually accrued interest. You need exact number of days for you to calculate, depending on the year and depending on the month. Okay, like that. But commercial papers, I am requesting you to take as it is. Discounted instrument, but take this one. Then you calculate the interest here. Then you deduct from 15, whatever the amount you are coming here. 15 minus whatever the rate, that is your discount. So that's how you do this. This is the calculation of commercial paper. Now, I have taken this exam from 2017 March. Okay. Right? You got it. Briefly differentiate further. Sorry, briefly differentiate the feature between corporate debentures and the commercial papers. Corporate debentures are what? The long term. Commercial papers are short term. Commercial papers are discounted. Debentures are not discounted. Now, commercial papers are discounted. Debentures are not discounted. But remember, we discussed the special feature with what do you call deep discounting bond. Remember, deep discounting bond. So basically, when you're issuing debenture, you are issuing at par. Why? It's a new issue. What's the par value in Sri Lanka? 100. You're issuing at par 100. That's a dangerous. That is normal debenture, redeemable debenture. So the NDB recently issued, not recently but some time ago, they issued deep discounting bond. Same thing like treasury bond. Today you issue 98 example. Today you issue 98. So this deep discounting bond is for 1 year. So after 1 year you are paid 100. Similarly, what is similar instrument? Treasury bond, treasury bill. Treasury bill you are paying today 80. On the maturity or after 3 months, then you are paid 100. Same thing. Interest is paid upfront. Now, deep discounting bond is also similar. No different. Today you issued at a discount. On the maturity you are getting whatever the nominal value, whatever the face value. That's all. But basically here they are talking about, they are actually using the term bond. Why? It's more than 1 year. It's more than 1 year. So that's why they have taken bond word. Same similar features available in the treasury bill. Only the tenor is different. More than 1 year. But deep discounting bond. So then basically they are asking briefly differentiate features. So the corporate bonds issued by, both are issued by private, and they interest basically money market instrument. Then this is the corporate bonds are for capital market instrument. Commercial bonds are money market. Then the discount is there. Then the the corporate bonds are sometimes secured, sometimes unsecured. But commercial papers are always unsecured. Always unsecured. Good. Right. So that's one. So those are the relevant questions I have taken for you. Then I will move on to another target question, 2018 September, from your exam. September. Question number 7. So I'm actually taking the text type question, right? Other question you can read and write. So the last questions only people are not answering. No, these questions actually very easy question. Now see, question number 2. State 4 reasons for raising capital. Capital raise. Name the 2 sources of total return for equities and 2 market indices. We have discussed. Write 2 differences of common shares as opposed to what is a common share? Common share is ordinary share. So the preferred shares and the ordinary shares differences. Following information given. Now this back. Right, capital assets. We have everything we have done. Right? Everything we have done. So then I don't want to do this. Right? So to concentrate what you all are not attempting. Now these are the questions. If you see this question, people are not attempting. These number of answers questions are to say number 7 and 8. Right? But those are the very easiest questions. But if you know these, you can easily answer other questions as well. Other questions, nothing. If you know this, finish. That's it. Now you can see this, right? This paper, this is I have taken 2007, 18 September. Now, can you read this question number 7? Market survey reveals, you can see this, right? Market survey reveals that many of the market participants expect that Central Bank of Sri Lanka is expected to increase policy rates in the upcoming policy. Same scenario presently also applicable. Now, once Central Bank has increased their policy rate, and we have another intention that Government of Sri Lanka, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka will further increase their interest rate or the policy rate before end of this year. So the before end of this year, I think you have exams, right? Before end of this year or early next year. But the scenario is we are at an increasing trend of interest rate. So then very much relevant to this question. Present scenario is very much relevant. How is the example already in it? So then your exam will be in January, but government intention is to have another rate hike before end of this year. So then whatever the thing happening in December also applicable to January as well. So we are actually in the right track. We are at the increasing trend of interest rate now, and this question also I have picked up to cater that scenario. Now see, they expected to increase its policy rates. What are policy rates? We discussed. Fixed repo and reverse repo. Then make SDF and SLF. You know the meaning of these two. Now the bank can borrow at 5 or 6%. Bank can lend at. Bank can deposit whatever the days proceeding at 550 with the central bank. So for you to borrow, for the banks to borrow from central bank, you need to provide what? Security. What is the security they'll have to provide? Government security, the bill of treasury bonds. What? Your client Mr. P, who is having all fixed income portfolio. What do you mean by fixed income portfolio? Fixed income means the income is fixed. After 6 months time, you are getting something. After 1 year's time, you are getting something. Not day by day, you are not getting anything. Whereas his investments are maturing today, he has an investment horizon of around 2 years. So basically, he needs to invest at least for 2 years. And he is considering one or more of the following investment opportunities. Now see option 1. Invest. Now what is the scenario examiner gives you? Tendencies are the interest rate expected to increase the policy rate. Now when the central bank increase the policy rate, now we are actually experiencing now, right? Central bank increase the policy rate. Now what has happened to treasury bill? What has happened to FD? Go down. Lending rates go down. Same thing. So they are going to increase the policy rate. We call this accommodative monetary policy. Right? Tightening monetary policy means they are reducing policy rate. They are tightening. That's the word, tightening. We get a policy rate. Now we have expansion. We have expansionary monetary policy now. Expansion. They are increasing their rates. And accommodative monetary policy is what? So basically, accommodative means now the previous days you must have heard this word accommodative monetary policy means now when the treasury bonds are undersubscribed, then so the government needs money now. Now why central bank is issuing treasury bill on behalf of the government? To raise funds for the government. Why does the government need money? For their development and recurrent expenditure. So that then development so that they are taking money from the public. Rupee funds. How does the government get rupee funds? One thing is that taken from the government. The other one is tax revenue. So other thing is there's another one. Two state banks, Bank of Ceylon and People's Bank are maintaining the account. They can overdraw and take money. There is a current account. They can overdraw and take it. There are three methods, right? Now the tax income has come down drastically. So then the government is basically now relying on overdraft and the treasury bill option. Now recent past you must have heard all options are undersubscribed. Why all options are undersubscribed? Because you remember that when you discuss, you go and see the first paper, first discussion, there is a cap rate for the treasury bill. You can't go beyond this. Cap එකක් තිබ්බහම මිනිස්සු කවුරුත් දාන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් මේ රේට් එක වල උඩ යන්න වෙයි නම් why should I my money invested? The private industry, why should I my money invested at this level? I don't know. දාන්නේ නැහැ. අඩු රේට් දාන්නේ. හැබැයි cap එක අයින් කරලා with the new governor assumed duty. Now the market is going up. The recent past we have seen almost all the many of them, many of treasury bill options are fully subscribed. The fully subscribed වුණේ නැත්නම් balance එක the government requirement එක විශාල ඕන කරන්නේ. ඒතර ආවේ නැත්නම් මිනිස්සු සල්ලි දුන්නේ නැත්නම් private industry සල්ලි දුන්නේ නැත්නම් central bank has to give money to the government. How does the central bank use money? By money printing. Money printing කියලා කියන්නේ basically central bank has to invest in undersubscribed treasury bill, treasury bonds. So tell me our underwriter. Underwriter is doing the same thing. When issuing debenture shares, if the people are not subscribing, so underwriter is there to process. So then like central bank doing the same thing, they actually underwriting. They are giving the balance money, the balance required money, which is unsubscribed amount to the government. How does central bank gives by money printing? So that is accommodative monetary policy. Now 2020 March out after our pandemic taken, we had only 78 billion. Government, the central bank investment in treasury bills. So which is the money printed, the printed money amount. Now in recent past it has gone up to 1.4 trillion. 78 has become 1,400. That is obvious, right? Whoever who be in power due to this tax reduction and the pandemic situation, obviously government revenue has come down drastically. You know, 2019 in this government came into power, they have given attractive tax incentive. But only thing the intention was what? To have more people in the tax net. But unfortunately, this corona came 2020 March. So once the corona came into effect, you can't increase the taxes. So the government is losing their income. That's why government has printed money. Otherwise, there is no any other reason. Additional income to additional expenses to provide. Anybody who is in power, they'll have to do this. Otherwise, how can you have stupid funds? Right? So they are doing it. Now, actually, in our recent past, we have seen that if you see, go and see central bank website, treasury bills are fully subscribed. So then there will be a reduction of money printing, or the reduction of accommodative monetary policy. So those are the words examiner can test you for 2 months. Right? Coming back to this question, now invest in 1 month fixed deposit at 750. 1 month fixed deposit down is the interest rate value. It's the interest rate value. Now one option is there. 1 month down. However, we are 2 months political block. Second option is what? Invest in 12 months government, especially government bills at 8%. How do you okay. Now it's not interest rate value, Upcoming monetary policy announcement which falls 15th of next month. There's a possibility to increase. Out of the sally hold in the month. I don't think so. 2-year bond 10%. Other than out of the higher fix. Right? There is a tendency, there is a possibility to increase. So why should I? Rational investor. So then you decide what? Obvious answer. Obvious question, obvious answer.
You basically go for 1 month. So you wait until next monetary policy comes. If the monetary policy tendency is to increase the rate, then you can have the people, then the banks have to increase their FD anyway. If the policy rate increase, then you can have. If you want, if the tendency is further continue, you can first make it you can continue with the shorter tenor. Otherwise, after the monetary policy announcement, 1 month or then you're recommending to put it for 1 month. After policy rate announcement, then you can suggest, and we can go to 2 years. Then you can suggest to invest in 2-year treasury bond if you want. That's a recommendation you can make it. The recommendation can be different, right? From one student to one student, but there should be justification. Now see, one can say, okay, you wait next month, then you basically are recommending to invest in 1 month fixed deposit. Then 1 month, after 1 month, what will happen? There will be a policy rate announcement. Expectation is to increase the policy rate. Okay, then the banks have to, now see the chain now. Then the banks have to increase their FDs. So then you will be investing in FDs for longer tenor. Examiner has not given longer tenor money. Then the examiner has given the longer tenor money is what? Treasury bonds. 2 years. Then you can recommend. You can invest 2 years with the increased treasury bond rate due to this policy rate increase. That is also possible. So otherwise, if you think the further increase of policy rate, then again you are recommending to go for 1 month or whatever. 3 months only policy rate increase again, for example. You can see, right? Now every month we have monetary policy. Make it 11 months monetary policy with right. So you can put assumption that next 3 months also we expect. So you can again go for 3 months, then again you can have. So many answers, different answers, but only thing we can justify. So what about after 1 month time? Initially you recommend to go for 1 month FD. What about investing after rate increase, putting it government treasury bills? That is also one option. But only thing what happened after 1 year's time, when the interest rate comes down, what happens? The one thing is, if it is before it gets matured, you can sell it at a capital gain. Interest rate, you are in the game. Then I can again 1 year I can have it. So otherwise, without taking much risk, interest rate risk. Now remember, I related the risk word related to government security, which is not there. Government security risk, we can't say, but I refer to what? Interest rate risk. Interest rate risk, is the interest rate risk there in the government security? Of course. After 1 year's time, if you are pretty sure that country's interest rate increases, obviously we wait for 1 year, we go for 1 year treasury bill, then we decided to put our money longer term. Why? We are pretty sure that after 1 year's time interest rate will go up. But you took a decision today to put it for 1 year treasury bill, but after 1 year's time, unfortunately, interest rates have come down. There is no risk by investing in government securities, which risk is not there. But which risk is now you are exposing to? Interest rate risk. Risk have come down. Bank in Hatay, I have invested at 8%. Now it's 7%. I have invested at 7%. Interest rate risk, reinvestment risk. Those are there. So basically your answer is go for 1 month. Then if you are deciding, since the examiner has not given any future interest rate scenario, then you go for 2 years. Since he can go for 2 years. So what is next question? Based on the information, what is your client having equity portfolio 200 million, he is contemplating whether to divest means sell from his investment or not. However, he does not have an immediate cash requirement. He could loan it immediately, but prefers not to make capital loss. when you invest in shares, obviously you'll have to face capital loss. Sometimes, right? You'll have to. At the recent press conference, Central Bank of Sri Lanka, it was announced that consumer spending has picked up. Now, okay, now see, when the interest, now previous question, when the interest rate goes up, generally share market performance come down. Right? People are moving from share market investment to this. Now, present scenario, if you analyze present now, so I am always telling you to read papers and have an idea what's happening now. Now, presently, what's happening? Share market is 10,000 ASI mark as well. ASI, all share price index, reached 10,000. So, market is basically going up. So, what kind of market we have? Bull market. So, the market is going up. So, fundamentally, there is a imbalance. But still people think that people will earn more money by investing in share market, which is riskier than investing in, right, generally. Now, consumer spending has picked up. So, people tend to spend more money. So, the people to spend more money, people should have money. People are demanding more products, more services, right? With the investment activities, corporate with the investment by corporate during the last one. It was announced that consumer spending has picked up. People are spending more. Together with investment activities by corporate during companies product level කරලා තියෙනවා. හදලා තියෙනවා spending වැඩි වෙනවා කියලා. Investments වලට consumption වලට. Also, it was announced that even though the inflation has picked up, obviously, right? When you spend more, obviously, when you spend more, you're asking more. Other thing, what happened? The price people are demanding more. So when the prices of goods and services increase is what? Inflation. Together with credit growth. Credit growth. Now, that's what actually government has to caution. Now, when the government needs to have credit growth, whatever the percentage, but people have taken loans for the consumption. Completely disaster. So, the credit growth is basically you should have for the development purpose. Now, the thermal Lanka when they take a credit growth, spending consumer credit card, personal loan, wedding, there is no development. It has more room to increase before monetary policy tightening. Monetary policy tightening means you reduce the rate policy rate, right? Considering these factors, the central bank has revised the GDP growth rate of the country upward. Based on now, for you to answer this question, the last sentence is more than enough. When the country's GDP rate is expected to go up, obviously everything will be pretty good. So the share market, the banking sector, everything. What are sectors? Three sectors we have: agriculture, industry, and service. Or sectors probably going up. So very good. So then GDP is going up. So the all three sectors are performing well. So the banking sector and the service sector is also, the share market is also included in this one of these sectors. So then why should I? He doesn't make it, however, he does not have an immediate cash flow, and then hold it. GDP growth, company will perform well in the future. So then hold it. You can have more capital gain. You can have more. What is the income by investing in shares? Dividend. So then you are recommending. So based on the information provided, how would you advise? So that hold it. Now, with regard to the shares, remember that we discussed three options: either sell, either purchase, or Hold. Now here the recommendation is what? Hold. See, he doesn't have much requirement. Now see this question. Now same questions, huh? There is no difference. We are reminding. Briefly explain the real rate view of treasury bills for the next 2 years. Your answer should be based on the information provided below. Now, if you can remember, recall what we have done, treasury bills, treasury bill rate, the composition of treasury bill rates. Composition of treasury bill rates I have discussed with you. Real interest rate plus inflation. So basically, interest rates of treasury bills are adjusted to after adjusting the inflation. Now the percent inflation is how much? 6.2. So that's how much is the treasury bill pays? 8%. Pretty good. You have 2% gain for the previous days. Remember that? 5% treasury bill, whereas the inflation 6%. You are losing. Investor losing. Now it has turned back to the fundamentals. Now inflation is going current 1.3. Next year it goes up. Then the peak after the year after it comes down. Real interest rate. Now real interest rate plus inflation is what? Treasury bill. So here you are asking what? So briefly explain your interest rate view. What happens? So when you add this now, currently how much? Treasury bill rate? 5 plus 1.3, 6.3. 1 year time, 7%. 6.3, 7%. Then you have 7.5. There is a tendency to increase. Why? We have now, go back to your notes and see. Real interest rate plus inflation is treasury bill rate. Real interest rate plus inflation plus maturity premium is what? At these three, bond rate. So otherwise, treasury bill rate plus maturity premium we call bond rate. Now the examiner can test you, right? Everything is available in your notes. So the tendency is what? Interest rate to go up. Treasury bill interest rate to go up. Explain interest rate view. We are assuming that treasury bill interest rate. Then you say there is an increase of treasury bill. How many marks? 5 marks. How long? How much time you will spend? Nothing. Make a calculation to answer. Simple. Mr. Silva is considering investment in stock market. He has opinion. He has opened CDS account. So when you want to spend, you want to invest in shares. When you want to invest in listed debenture, you should have what? CDS account. Otherwise, you can't. Samange bank with listed debenture invest if you don't have CDS account. So what is the CDS account? Where with all these share market, share market plus shares debt instrument listed debt instrument. You record when there is account like your money is recorded, the money is recorded in your bank account. Make it share market listed debentures list share market share trade share market. They have account. What do you call them? CDS, Central Depository System account. They are made. Everything has to be recorded there. Only Occam bank account. But the how much you have purchased this share, how much you have sold this share, how much you have invested in this debenture, everything is recorded if it is listed. So that is CDS account. That is CDS account. Right? That is CDS account. So then you need to open among the ID number is our CDS account number. You can speak to any share broker and open the CDS account. With a stock broker and his investment advice is recommending to buy shares of Alpha PLC, which has a price to earning ratio of 40, whereas similar company is trading at 10. Current market is 12. Now see. Price earning ratio is how do you calculate the price earning ratio? I have given notes on this. Price earning ratio is basically market price divided by EPS. How do you calculate EPS? Profit after tax divided by number of ordinary shares. So the price earning ratio is what? Like payback period. How long for you to take to recover your investment? Which one you like? Lower or higher? Lower. මේක 14යි මේ රෙකමන්ඩ් කරන එකේ 14ක් යනවා. හැබැයි එයාත් එක්කම යන තව කම්පියුටර් කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා 12යි. එයා හොඳයි. I'm sorry 10යි. ඉතින් 18ට 10 හොඳයි. but share broker is recommending what? 14. නිගමන චෙක් කරනකොට මාකට් එකේ PE කියන්නේ 12යි. So why you are recommending me to buy this 14? You should not recommend. So the state whether the advice given is accurate, is not accurate. Now again I want to tell you, if now when you want to invest in shares, you don't look this, but fundamentally, theoretically, yes. හැබැයි ඉතින් මේව බලලා නෙමෙයි දැන් ඉන්න අය ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරන්නේ. බ්‍රෝකර් කෙනෙක්ගෙන් අහන මොනවද වෙන්නේ කියලා ඉවරලා if they can earn something. So actually this is manipulation. So manipulation is completely prohibited, right? So then there are malpractices also with regard to central share market, insider dealing, front running, wash trading, right? Buy your central මෙයාගේ කොට පස්සේ මෙයා ඉස්සලා ගිහලා ගන්න. So that's completely prohibited, right? Manipulation has not been done, but it's doing it now. Now do you think that our investors, individual retail investors, are looking at these figures? They don't. It's only theoretical part, but actually other markets like sophisticated markets, they are looking at it and looking at and only invest. So our people are not looking at this, but remember, if you are a rational investor, okay, you should have a kind of knowledge. No, I have invested in this particular stock. I have analyzed my PE ratio. PE ratio is one of the methods, right? One of the methods in the sense one of the ratio. Then you have to consider dividend yield, dividend payout, capital previous capital gain, previous dividend payout ratio. Everything you have to consider. But this is the screening one. මේක නැත්තම් අනිත් ඒවා setting we are not thinking about. Right? So this has to be done. Advice is wrong, right? Completely wrong. Why? You should select the low PE. Make a market එකකට වඩා වැඩි. Why you are recommending us to buy? So similar questions are these, right? So now see, you can understand the table, nothing in it. Now why would the company to opt to issue debenture debt rather than issuing debenture? Simple. What are the difference between scrip dividend? Scrip dividend is what? Dividend paid in shares. That is scrip dividend. What is subdivision? 10 කරනවා එකට. Will there be any total capital change? No. 10 share කරනවා රුපියල් 1. හැබැයි number of shares will increase, but total amount will be as it is. Right? So next question is also similar. I will not take that question with you. So finally, I will take another question with you. Any question you have? So then 2019 March, so my intention is to show it to you how much comfortable, how much easy for you to answer this lengthy type question. Now 2019 March, investment banking. I'm sorry, 18. March, 2018, 2019 September.
So 19 March paper. In September 18, 19 March paper. 2019 March paper is not there, but you have the paper, you just go through it. I will read it to you. It is not available. Question number 7. So basically, I need to discuss with you the text of question. I'll read it to you. Question number 7. The first question they are asking: what is the difference between wealth management and what is the differentiate? So what differentiates wealth management from asset management? So the wealth management is basically the overall one, but asset management is part of the wealth management. So the question I need to discuss with you for then question number 2, I'll read it to you just for information, right? Mr. Silva, who is in his late 30, working a private company, decides to have a fund created for his son's university education, which is expected to fall in another 17 years' time. He expects fund has to have minimum 15 million at the time of his son's university education to meet up all related expenses. Further, Mr. Silva is expecting to make quarterly contribution from his salary for the next 17 years to build up the fund. Hence, he consulted an investment advisor from a leading investment bank for an investment plan. Based on his valuation, Mr. Silva was briefed that he would require reasonably higher return from his investment. So, investment advisor further evaluated Mr. Silva's conservative investor with moderate risk. So, the conservative investor is what? So, he does not want to take much risk. Now, Silva is 30 years, late 30, out of the high, out this plus, here plus, for private bank of Guinea. Decided to have a fund created for his son's education. Expected to fall another 17 years. අවුරුදු 17කින් තමයි මේ පුතා මේ වෙන්නේ. එතකොට මොකද කරන්නේ? What would be the best combination of investment asset class you would suggest to Mr. Silva? So what would be the basically suggestion? Now he is not taking much risk. He doesn't want to take much risk. But only thing he can have it what? He needs the return as well. So otherwise he will be not be investing in. But technically he is not a risk taker. He needs to have basically he is not taking much risk. Why? He is a risk averse. He is not risk taker. So then what do you recommend? So the examiner has not given any instrument to us. Instrument now. Examiner has not given any instrument, but they have given basically they have given asset class, expected return, risk rating. So there is a table there. 2019 March paper. Do you have this paper with you? I can only think it's not available here, I suppose. So there is a table. I won't be able to read it to you, the table. I think paper is not there. So then no, it basically gives expected return, then the risk rating, and all the instruments have been given. So the instruments have been given. then you have to select that. So since you don't have, but it's the answer is available, right? If you can purchase the answer as well. So then I will be not taking that one since I can't find the paper here. So then there is a table. I can read the paper, but the only thing the question is related to the table given. I can read the table, but it's not used. Only thing what I want to give you is even the text type question is quite lengthy. Don't worry about it, right? Just answer this question. So they are asking the same next three questions related to the table only. Table only. So I will not take that question. So any question you have before we wind up? Do you have any question for us to answer? Any gray area? So please participate at the revision class as well. And now you start studying it. So there will be a comprehensive revision. I think I'm not recommending you to come, but if you want to have clear some doubts, please come. Otherwise, this is more than enough for you to pass this exam, right? And I will ask these people to upload some target new questions which have not taken from the two exams, right? I have prepared it. I have been preparing one now. I will ask them to upload your student portal as well. So then you can go through. If there is any doubts, if you see, just call me and get it clarified. I think Institute told me that your exam will be in January. So then you have ample of time. You have enough time. You can go through all these notes. Anything if you feeling uncomfortable, please get it clarified. Right? Don't postpone the exam. Don't postpone the exam. Right? So to face this exam. So then I will be not taking classes next week. So I'll be not available in Sri Lanka, so I'll have to go abroad. Then if there is any chance, any opportunity, I will take another class with you all. So depending on the situation, right? So the institute will inform you on the future proceedings. Right. So then thank you. If you have any questions.
No, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Any question? If you see, once you go through the notes, let me know. I will dare to help you. Right. Thank you very much for listening. So we will meet next week. Probably not next week, but the week after next we will meet up. Right. Depending on the situation. Right. They will inform you. Just proceed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.